Hey, what's up? Sorry about the wait. I was just explaining before, we are going to finish our New Year grind. Lots of specials to be done. It ends in like 5 days. So, yeah, 5 days. Sorry for not making morning streams. I meant to. Just yeah, not being able to wake up early enough. Started up work again. We'll get back into the schedule. Just gotta summon the willpower. It's just really hard at the moment. But I'll get there. Don't worry. I will get streams back up and running. In the meantime, we are going to see if we can finish off the grind of the new year. We don't have a lot of time left. There's like 6 days left of this special. I don't even think we can even. I don't think we could even like start the new year. I mean, take advantage of like the same theme bonus. I don't think we could do that long enough. I mean, it's only 6 days left, and that percent bonus, it's not gonna we're not gonna enjoy that for very long. Desktop audio isn't happening. That's really weird that my sound is not working as expected. Well, here's the problem, speakers. It's a full communication device. What is going on with our sound? I don't know what's going on. There we go. Okay, we are now behind in the game. Thing is looking good. Playing 60 FPS. Do want to remove the cap. Let's see if I can remove that in the options. I haven't noticed that before. It's only 60 frames. See if we can do some damage over here. Opaque. Come on. I want to peek out. Oh, they're advancing up there. Do that too. Let's wipe the ridge lines. Seems like most are advancing already. Seems like we're not encountering much resistance up here. Type 61. Go over here and hold down. Type 61. That's not a good shot for us. Artillery. 60s back here. Hey Zolkuth! Zolkuth? Hey man, what's up? Welcome to my stream. Hope like Happy New Year and all that. It's the second week of the New Year. Happy New Year, dude. Hello. You look like a new face. I haven't seen you around here before. Anyways, I hope you enjoy your stay. We're currently tackling the New Year specials before we can... Oh shit. Yeah, that's expected. Okay. Well... That tortoise isn't aiming at us. Just moving up with my bros here. This doesn't seem to be like a good position to push from, but I don't know. Do what we can, SDB. Okay, well, like moving up with superior firepower, moving up with numbers. I don't want to be shot by that thing. Move down here. Yeah, we can engage him, right? Yeah, we can engage him. Just kill him. So yeah. IS-7 here. Maybe we can kill the things behind us. Oh, I don't think we have a shot. Is that guy AFK? Looks AFK. Looks really AFK. Oh, 3 damage. 3 damage. Free damage. Love free damage. Yep, he's dead. Okay. Guess I'll take free damage, sure. From the Philip Millie AI Discord. Hey, okay. Oh, really? It is? Okay, that could be a number of things, but I'll try to get that fixed. Is that good now? I mean, it was big before. You're from the AI. Oh, you're from the AI Millie Discord. Just a little bit. Okay, I'll deal with that. It's always hard to know like what your audio levels are, especially like when you're in game. So you can only really get live feedback. So, but I think that's good now. I can adjust it further if you want me to. It's because I also don't run I don't run headphones either, so like the microphone will like get the speaker audio as well. So yeah, there's that. So it kind of adds to it as well. So I'm told that's why some of my recordings are bad, but honestly I don't like the use of headphones. It's just it just makes my head sweaty. So yeah, so that's why I set it up this way. Anyway, welcome to my stream. Good to meet people from other Discords, especially on Philip AI, because I want to build an AI for PM. Because as far as I know, there's no bot in existence in PM just yet. So that's what I want to do. I want to do. It's just a project that I want to see if I can get off the ground. And that's why I'm learning Alt F4 AI and Philip AI. So that's why I'm in that Discord. You're probably with Philip AI because you use it, right? Yeah. What kind of AI? I want to try a neural network. I want to try a neural network, and I want to employ different learning strategies or training strategies, so to speak. I want to try the either genetic algorithm, which is basically breeding AIs together, or particle swarm optimization. There's also that. But what I really want to try out is survival of the fittest, which is basically genetic algorithm, but with imitation AI. So there's a way for you to train AIs through imitation. So I kind of want to deploy my AI throughout my Smash community here in Australia, and so I can basically capture the decision making and grand strategy from the best players in Australia. So basically, I want to try to create an AI that will, or a training program that will allow AIs to imitate what they see, and so in effect, I will be able to capture strategies from real human players, and from there, we can feed those AIs into the genetic algorithm and then basically get a whole generation of AIs learning from both human gameplay as well as emergent intelligence from training programs. Yeah, that's the dream anyway. I kind of want to have a cloud-based system, and then maybe I'll turn it into a website kind of service where you can net play and download, and you can download basically the profiles of the top players, so you don't have to fly all the way to grand tournaments to beat them. You can sort of play against their ghost, so to speak. Yeah, and then that's where I want to take it. But the first things first is getting over the technology, which is basically, Linux and Windows memory watcher problems. So yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to do a neural network AI, get some imitation stuff going. Yeah. Never pre-programmed imitate if anything pre-programmed imitation. And then I would move away from memory watcher and just base it completely on computer vision. So right now, Philip AI and Alt F4, they use memory watcher to get the state of the game. But you can get around that by basing it purely on computer vision, which is basically getting frame cap data from the game itself and feed it to the AI instead of the game state. So basically, the new game state would be basing it on frames of the game instead of reading it off memory buffers and stuff, which is arguably more difficult because you then need to train several perception AIs to basically make sense out of that frame data, right? So and it would probably go very poorly because you have animated backgrounds and stuff, and then the AI doesn't know how to interpret that. But the emergent intelligence is what I hope will become intelligent enough so that the AIs will eventually know that, oh, this is an animated background, or oh, this is Battlefield, and so the advantage of that is that you don't have to rely on socket memory stuff anymore. You can just use computer vision instead. I should really run away from this place because it's we're winning the battle on the other side, and there are a lot of medium tanks on this side. We don't have a lot of support, so I'm gonna retreat to the other side. Yeah, that's where I want to take it. I mean, I want to see if and experiment with computer vision to see if we can move away from the memory buffer socket implementation right now. I mean, of course, I would use memory buffers and stuff to. I'd use memory and buffers and stuff to train if initial computer vision AIs to know that when they've lost, when they've won, if there are projectiles in the air, positioning, all that stuff. But it would be interesting to see if the AI could deal with that. So we're no longer reading from memory buffers anymore, but rather just supplying them frames of the game. Yeah, so here's hoping that that'll happen. But first things first, I've got to get a working version, and I'm like super stuck on building my first Philip AI. I'm stuck doing that right now, so I got to get that working first, and then after that we'll see. It's gonna be a long while before I can make an AI for PM. But that's the dream. Is that what it's called? Inverse reinforcement learning? Is that what it's called? I don't know what it's called. I thought it was like imitation learning. When human replays are added later, you get something similar. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if that's what it is. I don't know what it is. So our team's over here. We may as well spot them on the hill. I think these guys. Yeah, these guys are working together. They've got. They're in a platoon, and I've done nothing this match. Well, all this match I've just been talking about AI stuff, which isn't too bad. But oh shit, something over here. See if we can track this dude. Oh, he's already dead. Oh man. So I don't know what inverse reinforcement learning is, but you don't have to explain that to me. But I've read up on several AI kind of sources, mostly from OpenAI and what they do, and TensorFlow sources, which uses computer vision to identify YouTube videos and stuff, so that we have I have done nothing this match. Only taken damage and landed one shot of damage. Which might led to one kill, but I'm doing horribly this match. Come on, E5, just finish the match already. Don't let me come over there. God, okay. Reneth the Chronicler. Welcome to the stream. You're a new face. Haven't seen you around before. Welcome to the stream. So me and Zykorth have been talking about what my plans were for AI wise, and I was thinking of all sorts of stuff, like really complex high level stuff. So for instance, I want to be able to develop a platform that analyzes human play. So basically imitation. I want to be able to create imitation AI so that they will be able to play like human players. Especially particular human players. Like, I would only have an AI that would analyze people, like the best people, and hopefully just they would only learn from that person. And so yeah, so it wouldn't let's say become stupid by learning from other people. I just want to purely capture the top players' gameplay and how they think. So hopefully, that's an example of where I want to take this AI. So hopefully, we can do that. But it's early days. We're still stuck with technology issues. It's early days, and and hopefully, like this new, like by developing this AI, it'll revive or like re-stimulate the community around Project M, because Project M is not really accessible, and it's not endorsed by Nintendo, so it's got a whole bunch of reasons why it can't flourish. Like the environment, the legal environment is hostile, and convenience-wise, it's also hostile. Like you gotta hack your Wii to play it, or play Dolphin, and develop and stop for it. So no one's gonna. There's no official support anymore. So you're gonna have to ask people how it's played. So hopefully, like this AI will make it more accessible for everyone to play. That's my hope anyway. Yeah, that's what I called it. Have you been looking through my logs? I did call it Project Skynet, but it's not going. The aim is not to. The aim is not to become self-aware and beat other players. The aim is to become like a really, really awesome sort of like network that allows you to, well, in essence, I want to create the ultimate training program. So it would be sort of like the Matrix, maybe, the ultimate training program. I don't know if you played Metal Gear Revengeance, but basically, there is Metal Gear Revengeance. There's a training program for child soldiers in that game, and it's very much like that. So yeah, the goal is to invent or build the ultimate Smash training program, and it would base it on, and we would generate computerized opponents for people based on what skill level they want, or whether they want to fight or practice against a real player, a real opponent. So the problem for me is that it is so inaccessible to fight and get good and understand the thinking of top level players, because they are just simply unavailable to train against. Oh my god, how did he pen? I think he hit me in the mantlet. Yeah, it's just really inaccessible to get a hold of the top tier players and understand like how to counter them. So I'm thinking, if I can make an AI imitate them and just train against that AI, that would be more ideal. So it's my approach to getting good at the game. I've always wanted to be successful in some kind of esport. And I really like Smash, even though it's like really, really small. It's just Smash is my kind of game, and I can't wait for Icons to come out. Yeah, Icons is like the spiritual successor for Melee and Project M, because they've got several development team members, and gameplay was pretty good. I played it at TwitchCon. It's pretty awesome. So I can't wait for that to come out. Honestly, like, Nintendo Smash Sakurai's lost the plot and doesn't want to make it anymore. So someone has to make a Smash game, and I believe Wave Dash Games are the people to do it. So. Oh my god. How did I miss? Okay. Alright, this guy. Got hit by artillery. Oh, he's going over here. Okay. Okay, there's side scraping. My only concern is that there are tank destroyers on the other side of this hill, which there are. Oh god. I don't want to get hit. That guy's pushing the wreck. That guy's smart. Oh, he fired. My chance. Well, one shot, one opportunity. And I blew it. Didn't have much time. Oh, couldn't hit the cupola. May as well take out his port. Faster than he is, so he doesn't have any support anymore. I kind of want other people to take hits. So I've already taken it. He fired. Oh god, that's some support there. Oh, he's angry. He fired again. Okay. I want to take out his support. Destroyed the AT-15. I got hit by a Jagdtiger. That's exactly why I can't move on this guy. It's because he's covered. I have lots of allies taking hits. But I'm the one that gets hit from the Jagdtiger. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Lord of Tanks. Let me know if you have any questions. But it's just... Basically, it's peekaboo fighting right now. We're just gonna pop out. Wait for this guy to fire and reload. Yeah, you fired. And then we're gonna pull one in his side. It's just the Jagdtiger who's just covering him. Yeah, Jagdtiger is a tank destroyer. Tank destroyers usually have really massive guns. But the problem is that they can't push because they have poor armor. They're basically glass cannons. So I'm just gonna wait here and get killed in this game. Alright, catching up on chat. So I don't know. I've seen some clips of X-Pilot, but I don't know what to take away from that. It's just like, okay, he's just playing against it. I don't know what he's doing. Gain the knowledge from League players. Well, yeah, that's. I'm not sure if you mean by like top tier players or by League of Legends players. I don't know if you mean that. Don't know. He set it up so there is one window of Dolphin being streamed from the server he's training them on. Oh, okay. Are you gonna have the PC power to train your AI quickly? The political correctness? Of course. I have the ultimate political correctness. I don't know. I think my PC is rather powerful. It's pretty beefy. I think so. I mean, I run GTX 980. That's like one generation behind. But I can upgrade and like build a monster if I wanted to. I mean, I have like the money to spend. I have a day job that pays really well, so I can build myself a server if I wanted. Yeah, GG. I know, right? But the point is our team is winning, I think. Yeah, they are winning. Just don't fuck it up. I want to increase my frame rate. I usually play at 140 frames. It's capped somewhere. Display refresh rate, 144. Triple buffering, vertical synchronization, interface scaling. I don't know. I think that's okay. I could put in more different colors. Contrast, random, deep, chromatic subcolors. I can make it look like a 1980s war film. Yeah, we'll try this. We'll try it. See if it goes alright. Oh yeah, this is basically the event, right? You basically build up your Christmas decorations and stuff, and if you get all of them of a particular theme, you get bonuses, and you get bonuses to grinding, basically. Try playing this one. Running Dolphin, it's mostly CPU bound, otherwise you could get a Titan 5. Actually, like, you can get, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've looked at Philip AI, and I think he uses TensorFlow, right? The AI package by Google. Now, I don't know if anybody's attempted this, but I've tinkered around with TensorFlow, and there is a GPU version you can get running on your system. So if you download the regular TensorFlow, it'll basically default to your CPU. But if you get the other library and run it off that, you can push most of the computing power to your GPU. And I have managed to get a working computer vision AI that recognizes pictures on the GPU. So I managed to get that working with the GPU. So I think I'll be able to harness the power of NVIDIA to get it done. Whoa! Thanks, Chronicle. Thanks for the host. Based on one viewer. Every bit helps. Thanks so much, bro. So yeah, that's so I reckon I can get it done with that. Because I got one AI to work off it, so if I can get one, why not the other? You know, shouldn't be too hard. This guy's gonna get it. Whoa! Wow. I'm sorry, you need to pay taxes to get through this road. You too. Well, that's one. Oh. He's in. Whoa! Whoa! Alright. So, I don't know if you understand what happened there. But basically, we're running a special kind of tank that has a magazine-fed gun. And so, we call them autoloaders. Problem is that after you finish a clip, it takes longer to reload than a single shot gun. So that's what we're running right now. We basically have 4 in the clip. That's basically what's happening. Ooh, are there more idiots? Oh, there's more people crossing the road. More people crossing the road? Can't see. Yeah, so basically our tank is special in the sense we could do a lot of burst damage as long as we have shells in the clip. As soon as the clip is gone though, we have to reload. And that usually takes a long time. In our case, it's like 20 seconds to reload, so it's all about positioning and getting it done. Stereotypically, tanks with autoloaders also have very poor armor. that usually have very good mobility. So you're kind of like an assassin, right? You're an assassin build. You zoom around the map, hide, and basically burst people down. Which is what we're doing. But we're staying back here because City is basically made for heavy tanks. Oh, is this guy crossing? Yep. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay. Whoa! People are firing at us. Oh god, this hurts. Okay, so we've been hit by several tanks. Got hit like 3 times. Yeah, well, you know, this game has its own camera stealth system, so it doesn't matter how loud you are. Right? I mean, but that's the best way I could explain it. Well, this is a T92. So I'm trying to be funny. Ooh, I'm sorry. Did you have any idea how much fun you were having? Oh, hitting the top of his head. Okay, I'm gonna reload just in case. Okay, they're pushing through City. There's a light tank over there, which I wish I didn't reload. We just have to wait for the reload. Okay. I think the better move is to go after this guy. So, just gonna zoom around this rock. Hopefully not get shot in the side. No, we didn't get shot in the side. We got spotted though. So, count to 10. 1, 3, 4. Okay, we got hit by artillery. Whoa, we basically clipped him, and he didn't fire 1 shot at us. Alright, so that artillery we're getting hit by. The artillery is also an auto-loading artillery. So we've gotta move around. Hopefully we don't get hit in the side. We got hit in the side. Got spotted. Yeah. I didn't want to hang out in that position. Just on our last legs. There is a dude there. I want him to move forward. Please move forward. Okay, I guess we're hiding. But you saw the power of that, right? We had like 4 shells and we just put it into that guy. And before he knew what was happening, he was already dead. We're losing by a large margin. I don't have the health to carry this game. I can only support 5. I got 3,000 damage. It's literally me, tank destroyer, and 2 artillery pieces. And artillery sucks when they're this close. All I could do is wait and just auto-load people on the side. But then again, they could just rush me, and then... Okay. Oh, he's... Oh god. God, okay. I'm spotted. Yep. Tried hiding. There wasn't enough cover. Anyway, TensorFlow, yeah. So just catching up on chat. You know, it's just World of Tanks has Christmas events like any other MMO, right? So this is their event. Their event is decorate your Christmas house. And that's basically it. And so you get like boxes of decorations based on how well you do in tank battles, and then you open them and then you decorate your tree. like this, right? You get you get a box for doing well or completing like missions. And these are decorations, and these decorations are kind of lower tier than the decorations I have, so I'm just gonna break them down into got another box. Okay, we're just going to break these down because it's basically we're breaking them down into dust so we can craft other better decorations. And this is their event, and currently I have 1.1 dust. And you gotta, like, if you can theme them to one theme, I'm going for the Chinese theme because reasons. You get better bonuses on your battles. So basically they have like an in-game currency, which is silver, and experience. And you use experience to unlock larger tanks, or higher tier tanks. That's what you do in this game, but this is like the top tier tanks, so we're not trying to go for that. We're trying to go for other missions, which is like, I have to do 2.5k damage to tank destroyers in a game to get a mission off the board. So I don't know. So how tanks and Christmas and up. How are you gonna run Dolphin with a GPU? Dolphin is already run with a GPU, isn't it? Like, it's just, it uses graphics, and doesn't it do that already? I thought it does that already, right? I don't know how I'm gonna run Dolphin with a GPU. That's something I don't know how to do yet. I imagine like, it's not going to be completely on the GPU, it's going to be like a mix of CPU and GPU, so I think that's how it's going to be done. Even though we're running it on the, probably Dolphin on the CPU, but still you run like graphics, like Dolphin uses OpenGL, I think, or something. It uses, I think it uses OpenGL to power the graphics, so for the things like mathematical operations, of course CPU is going to be used, but I think a majority of Dolphin will be used on GPU, just because it uses graphics. Oh, that guy's day is ruined. That's what you get. That's what you get for like standing out in the open. Get Scorpion G. By the way, that Scorpion G is like a pay-to-win tank, so I have no regrets. You're limited by how fast you can speed out Dolphin. I guess that's true. I mean, or you can like probably, I think there's a way to run Dolphin without actually rendering the screen of, or rendering the frames of Dolphin. I'm pretty sure there's a way to do that. So you could reduce computing time even more by saying to Dolphin, hey, just run it and don't draw the frames. And yeah, I think there's a way to do that. So that's pretty good. Man, you dared, Scorpion G. Yeah, you dared. I hope there's a way to do that. If not, then I will just max out my CPU. Maybe upgrade my CPU to like one of the top ones. Holy crap! Ah, oh, that sucks. I got hit for 900 damage. Like all of my health. God damn. Tigers. There he is. How did I get spotted though? Yeah, I can't really hit him. He's got so much armor. We're reloading. Oh, he's turning. CPU is the bottleneck. Oh, okay. Still uses CPU. Oh. In that case, I would try to run Dolphin without rendering the window. I'll try to run that somehow and speed it up that way. That's the plan. Can't really do much about that heavy tank destroyers there. We can. Oh, there's a medium push happening up base. It's like they are there. Got him. Just gonna move forward. I don't have the health, but I have plenty of people to help. Hopefully they're not doggies. Alright. Let's see. Okay. Nice. Assassinated. That's how you play this tank. Just take people out. It's got one of the fastest inter-shell reloads, so some autoloaders have like 2 seconds between shells. This particular tank has like 1.5 seconds, so it is the fastest, basically fan the hammer kind of tank you can get in the game. I can kill this guy. No, I can't. He's already dead. See if we can like lay out some damage from far away. See if we can snipe some people, snipe some fools. Come on, peek out! Peek out, bro. No. No. Oh. What is it with people not coming out, shooting and being shot? Can't you just come out and die? Oh, I can't see him very well. I wonder if I should go aggressive. I could go aggressive. I have some shots here. I hope he comes up again. Come on! Here's a good tank destroyer. Come on, come out to play. Somebody come and play. Ah, what chicken? Okay, so I have, that's a Super Conqueror. So it has incredible side armor. I can only see his turret though. Ah! Only got one shell in. Two, one. Yeah, we got him. The Conqueror has so much armor, like it has so much spaced armor on the front of it the and the turret is just ridiculous amounts of armor. So you have to hit it from the side. And autoloaders generally aren't accurate at that distance. Anyway, catching up on chat. Battle Royale with tanks. Basically, it's like team deathmatch with tanks. Pretty much. I've never seen this game before. Currently, the games I'm playing right now is... Well, this week I'll be mostly trying to get specials out of the way. So I can get the bonus. Like the bonuses that are happening in World of Tanks. But I usually go back to Overwatch. Overwatch... Right now I'm trying to play They Are Billions. And then I finished Revengeance, so I'm gonna move on to Nier Automata. So those are my go-to MOBAs and games right now. Okay, so usually with this map we go north to that area. There are 2 artillery pieces. Really don't like going up north with artillery pieces. I feel like this is going to be a bad game because just artillery, and this is a wide open map. There's so much artillery. Artillery always gets me. Artillery players in this game are the worst. They just sit in base and they can just hit anyone on the map globally. It's like a really shitty game design idea. Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. See, I got hit by artillery. See, that scorch mark is artillery, and the reason why I don't want to go out here. That's a good thing about artillery. If you spot for your own artillery, you get some recompense. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty shitty. There's a lot of tanks over here. Only issue is artillery. I've got a tank up here. Getting hit by a medium tank in the middle. It's all the way there. Okay. Come on. Oh shit. I think we're dead. Yeah. See, artillery, like, just can't do anything about it. It just fucking sucks. Now we got 1 kill and I'm already down to my last legs. So. Fucking sucks. They're blind firing me. Got 1 kill. It's not enough for all the damage, all the HP we lost. See that? Artillery just makes you feel sad in the game. Like, you can't do anything. It just makes you feel sad. We're winning the game. It's 5-0. We took out a heavy tank all by ourselves. I have a dream that artillery doesn't exist anymore. Just gonna let other people scout. I'll support them. Oh, this TRV right here. Okay, you don't want to move, I'll just take all your health, that's fine. Oh no, they found the senpai button. So yeah, I generally respond to those, so just use that when you want my attention. Yeah, usually I get focused in the game and people want me to notice something. So basically, if you want me to notice something, use that. There's a lot more sound effect. There's sound effects as well. So there's SFX. I should update that actually. There's sound effects. Not facing me. Whoa. Yeah, it's like a call button, yeah. So if you want me to notice something, use that. Use it responsibly though. There's other ones, you know, there's a sound effects command, so if you want to see what I've programmed in, you can use this. You can see, look, yeah. So if you want to emote harder than you currently are, you want to emote through the power of sound effects, by all means. Should edit that command actually. Practically a call button, yeah. I know, like, use it responsibly. What I'm talking about the call button, yeah. I'm talking about the call button, but if you want to use it, like if you want to use the other ones, like this one. Headshot. Yeah, so like that one. By all means, go crazy with it, but just use the senpai one responsibly. That's all I ask. There's sand drop here. I mean, people use it for memes and stuff. Well, people don't use it at all because this is like a small stream, right? So it's a small stream. But yeah, go crazy with it for now while you can, before I sell out and put like a tip jar in front of it or something. I mean, it's all free right now, but you know, when it gets big enough, we'll start doing that. But I don't see a need to. So yeah, go experiment with all the other all the other sound effects. Go crazy. Just not the senpai button, because that one I respond to. Yeah. Do it. Like, type in my man, do it, do more, snap yes, not today. I think not today is not that popular. I was into the shooting star meme as well, so shoot star's not that popular either. Oh yeah, I can do things like video effects as well. So you know, usually when people follow and stuff, I do this. Respect to you, bro. Mission passed. I could do this. That's shooting star. This one's just wasted. Alright. And you know, I'll usually do these things in conjunction with the sound effects. So if you do sad, for instance, I'll show you what I mean. Where are we going? We're going to the forest. Okay. Yeah, I put a lot of work into them, but no one's around to use them, so...
Do it! Do it! Come on! Do it now!
That one's Arnold Schwarzenegger from Predator. I mix these together, bro. I mix these together so much. Okay, I got hit by a heavy tank. I think he glanced off the side of our... Yeah, he did. Yeah, that wasn't Emperor Palpatine. I don't know. I was thinking maybe I should put Shia LaBeouf in there. Just do it. I think I should do that one instead. I think that one's more impactful. Just do it! Don't let your memes be dreams. And so on. Ooh, that guy's got being aggressive.
Yeah.
Shot, but he's dead.
And there is only one thing we say to death.
Ah!
Not today.
That one's from Game of Thrones by that swordsman that trains Arya. That one's a little obscure, I admit. I should upgrade these. There is, if you join the Discord, you can always put in suggestions for sound effects, and I'll try to soundbite them in. Ah, this one's. Yeah, I like doing that one. Because I have an interaction to do that. I got hit by a tank destroyer. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of melodrama. Yeah, I know, right? I put so much work into these. No one's around to use them. So, for the immediate future, they will be free. This one's for my my Weeb viewers. They just wanna. I just thought, you know, we'll put in like a generic anime opening song. So, well, that's what that's for. Oh my god. Can't penetrate. How did those guys penetrate? This one goes on for a while. It literally blocks all emotes until it's done. And of course we get killed by artillery. And this is where you would use the sad emote. Cowboy Bebop isn't weeb enough. Because if you think about it, it's just a brass band, right? It's like 3, 2, 1, let's say da 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 da. Basically. It's gotta be more weeb. And not to mention, along with like doing AI projects, streaming, I also for some reason, like, my viewers want to watch me make food. So that's why it's Soma, right? Soma is like an anime about food. And yeah, so basically we go into first person mode and I just make food, like food for the week. Headshot! That one's from FPS Doug. I don't know if you know the web series Pure Ownage, but yeah, like it's the iconic Boom Headshot. That's where it came from. That's like the original source of Boom Headshot. Yeah. It's like the original Boom Headshot. Yeah, no.
Headshot.
Yeah, that's, you heard that one. That's the sniper from Team Fortress. Maybe. Yeah, sure. I'll take, like, put it, like, join the Discord. Well, it's largely to do with, like, I sometimes cook, right? And some people will just be like, oh my god, it's cooking stream, and they just play that for the intro. And then we get to the mainstream, which is just me cooking, right, in first person. So yeah, join the my Discord, and if you want to leave like suggestions, just there should be a sound effects suggestions thing. You could just dump YouTube videos into it. I'll look at them over later. Yeah, that one's one from One Punch Man. Back when I played like Genji and Doomfist in Overwatch, like every time I would get like a one punch kill, yeah, people would just pop off with that. It was a while ago. I see you're doing it all in order. I'm Pickle Rick! Well, that's obvious where that's from. Was into Rick and Morty, and some of the people were, so they used that for a while. Yeah, a few Rick and Morty sound bites. Although, like, Rick and Morty is kind of at a standstill right now, so it's not really that popular nowadays. In fact, all the sound effects aren't really used. So, but the one people that consistently use is sad and what's that other one? They consistently use sad and senpai, basically. I'm gonna hit, yeah, no, on the side by several guys. Yeah, I was expecting. Hit by 2 things. Gain control over the mountain. So you, there's 3 over here.
We're number 1.
Put 2 cheeky shots into the side of that tank destroyer. Uh-oh. The MX-30 is just aiming at me. Whoa, there's a Borsig over there. Not moving forward anytime soon. That's the Mission Pass theme from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which is the exact same one as the interaction I use. Revenge. 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 Oh shit! Yeah, that's the Wasted theme from Grand Theft Auto 5. Oh shit, like, we're being driven back. I need to get out of here. Time to run? Yeah. Oh god, we're gonna die. Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, I committed suicide. That's sad. Yeah, that one, I'm working on that one. You see, like, I currently have this, which is kind of pink. I'm working with a friend of mine to get it fleshed out. Put it in the Discord, man. Don't put it here. I'm not gonna watch it here. So yeah, there's this pink thing that was kind of being part of Sexy, so I was thinking of doing something with that with like rose petals and stuff. But never came to be because. What? You know that one. And anyway, I was going to get that pink screen filter kind of fleshed out. It's not quite where I want it yet. I have to do some research and get and one of my friends to do it. Like, he does like amateur freelance or graphics design stuff, so I'm just gonna get him to design it. But basically I want like a filter with graphics like roses and sparkles, the kind that they have in anime. As you may have noticed, I'm kind of into anime, so. I've noticed you! What is a Chronicle? You press the button. What? What is it? I've noticed. You've been noticed. I'm gonna lose this match. Because they push through. We can't brawl with this tank. Just can't brawl with it. How can I give you hugs? I don't know how. How? I don't know, like... I don't know how. There you go, I guess. Oh dear. I want to play my STB. I want to get good at STB, but I'm not. Just doesn't work. I know, right? But you know, I think I will. You know. Is it free to download PC, mobile, or console? I think all three are free to download Luke or Source Skill. I think all three are free to download. If you talk about World of Tanks, that is. Yeah, it's all free to download. But yeah, I gotta up my sound effects game. I'm pretty sure there are better ones out there, so... Okay... There are 3 artillery pieces. Oh man, artillery pieces suck. Ah shit, okay. Oof. Okay, Action X. Oh, I'm gonna be here by myself. No. So we can take out this light tank. Oh man. I got hit by artillery already. I'm probably gonna get auto-loaded down. There's 3 tanks up there. Got hit by artillery. Okay. Ooh. Got hit by artillery again. No repair kit. It's fucking great. Oh. Get hit by artillery, they pre-aimed on that area. It's just like, ugh. I'm starting to hate this game. I don't know if those links are updated. Maybe. Cool. Oh yeah. Well, I'm glad you found all the commands, bro. Well, that's it. That's all. There's no other ones. Maybe I should like make a special sound effect that's not found, and I don't know, maybe it could be a game or something. Like there's like a secret sound effect. I don't know. I was sad to get pummeled by artillery. It's like 3 artillery pieces, man. I have luck or skill. I don't know. I have neither. Like you saw my luck there. Got hit by both like 2 out of 3 artillery pieces. Got pushed on by 3 medium tanks, and got flanked by a light tank. And just died to everything. I don't know how I'm supposed to play around that. I think I did rush into that area, but I should have seen like what support I was getting on that map. It was too late by the time I got there. So maybe I already lost the game before it even started. I don't know how else to improve on that gameplay. Special sound effects. Well, I'll definitely listen to it, and if it makes the cut, I'll put it in. Yeah, you know. Try playing Super Conqueror. I heard it's pretty good. I heard the armor's ridiculous. I'm gonna check the Super Conqueror Tanks GG. It's got all this spaced armor. Wow, that's a lot of armor.
Do it! Do it! Come on! Do it now!
Jeez, it's got so much armor, but Glacius is pretty weak. So that there. Yeah, I've got to be careful. Here's effective armor. This is like 103. It's got good side scrape, I think. It's got this little tumor on the side of it. Generally, it's pretty good. Generally. Yeah. Super Conqueror is pretty pro. Yep, this is Super Conqueror. You can see all the the spaced armor plates on that turret. So this game is like pretty realistic. Well, it's close to realistic. It takes like geometry. It takes geometry to the next level to figure out who gets penetrated and who doesn't. It's the angles are very important. It could mean the difference between taking 300 damage and 0 damage. Which is why heavy tanks have a playstyle all by themselves. Because they have like so much armor. And you could basically deflect shots and take 0 damage if you're good enough. This guy is wandering down here. Why is he doing that? Okay. Alright, there's no tank destroyers covering this area. I want to try moving aggressively on this person. Give it a shot. Actually, let's not be stupid. Well, this guy's moving down here. So start doing is a technique called side scraping. I've got to start loading gold. So side scraping is where you angle your side armor so the shots bounce off your side armor. Wow, it didn't penetrate there either. No. He's side scraping as well. The only chance we have is to go through the cupola. Hello. He missed. Can't believe we're bouncing off everywhere. Just gonna move up. Got hit by artillery of all things. Is there a way through the train? Nope. Alright, so many people to kill over here. Yeah, we're not staying out there. Just gonna... Actually, side armor, front armor. Oh, I think he hit our lower. Oh, he hit the side. I think they're hitting our lower Glacius plate. No. Took so much damage. It was a bad play to move down that area, taking so much. We're winning, but we didn't do enough. I felt we could have done more with the Super Conqueror. Terrible play by me. I know, right? Like, how do you think I feel? I think the gun depression on Super Conqueror is like 8. Let me check. Super Conqueror. Yeah, it's like 8, I think. No, wait, it's 10. Super Conqueror has 10 degrees of gun depression. So it's pretty awesome. It's just a regular Conqueror. We also got the 215B as well. The old one. So it's now a premium tank. We've been playing this game for a while, people. We've got several tier 10s. E5 was good for a while. Try playing it. I think I've been having a good game with TVP. So try playing that. It's just that we can't brawl. We can only support people. Well, like, this is support fire tank. You can't push on people unless people push with you. Alright, so this is Winter's Himmelsdorf. I'm guessing the hill is where we should go. Because we got all the burst. There's no healing in this game. I mean, unless, like, they do have special events where you can heal, but there's no healing in this game. you're dead, you're dead. There's no respawns, no heals. It's very unforgiving, so you gotta play super careful. I can't depress my gun enough. This position's terrible for me. Is there just one tank up here? Okay, there's a heavy tank coming up. And an ML2. Wow, that's a lot of. Wow, so that guy just got toasted. I wonder if I could hide behind his wreckage. Or maybe just side scrape up his wreckage. Ah! I don't want to go out against that. That is a heavy... Shit! How'd he hit me? That's a good idea. Whoa! I got hit by my own artillery? Wow, thanks buddy. What a douchebag. Thanks man, really appreciate it. That's the one thing I can't really counterplay. Getting hit by my own team. I can't penetrate that armor. Oh, thanks for blocking me, bro. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Can you, like, not? Please? Thank you. I picked up 3 kills with 1 clip. Got hit by artillery. Fuck artillery, honestly. Fuck artillery with a rusty rake. What if I could shoot behind here? Nope. That's a thing. That's artillery. I hit it? Nope, can't hit it. Please rush forward already, heavy tanks, please. Just rush forward. What's wrong with you? Come around the side. Ow. That's a burst. Just gonna reload now. ammo coming behind them. As soon as they're distracted, rush out and kill. Right, rushing out and killing. Can kill the crab bargain first. Oh my god. That didn't go to plan at all. It was so low. What were these guys doing? What were these guys doing? They didn't even rush out with us. We had a clear flank on them because, you know, the Emil came up behind them. He died as well. See, the Emil died right there. As soon as he attacked, we should have rushed out and killed them all. But no. Sad. These guys should be dead. Dead. D-E-A-D. No, right. Teammates are great. Best tanks Australians ever. Now they rush out. Thank you. Oh, thanks, bud. Really appreciate it. They're super low. Honestly, Krangwagen can like kill them all in one clip. What is the T10 doing up here? What is he doing? He's like a heavy tank. He should push. He's got like all the armor and everything. I don't understand. Great. Yeah. We're gonna lose now. This guy is AFK. It's up to this guy. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. He's so dead. It's like he's so dead. They're both one shot, and the Krangwagen has like autoload. Oh god, no, he's behind you! What are you doing? I hate this game. Alright, alright, alright. We have one hope left. Alright, so basically this artillery piece has to hit him like anywhere. Just like hit him anywhere. Look, we could win. We could win. Yes. Oh, thank God this guy's not a noob. Oh. The artillery saved us. It's really hard. Ugh. Artillery saved us. God damn. No, right. Mission passed. Mission bloody passed. Don't know what's up, like, I don't understand. Really don't understand. What happened? Like, I think he was a bot or something. Must have been a bot. Seriously, must have been a bot. Drop it like it's bot. No, right. Respect to you, bro. So, what do you do, Rineth? Are you studying? Are you working? What's the deal with you? Apparently, you're from the Philip AI's Discord. That's all I know. No artillery pieces. Yes, it's an artillery-free game. That shot should have hit. It's like hit anywhere but the strong point, and it hits the strong point. Oh, that's the nameless tank. This is an anime tank. This is not actually fictional. We bounced off it. So the nameless tank is a fictional tank. It only exists in anime. I don't have one because I'm not that pay to win. It's actually pretty pay to win, that tank. Actually pretty pay to win. It's the nameless tank. Okay, ooh, there's people to shoot up here. Where are you? Oh god, I died already. Just gonna be cool. It's a nameless tank. It's fictional. Come on. How did we not hit it? That's hit square in the center. Fuck. I'm just gonna stay still and just wait. The trick is like mid has to help Hill and Hill has to help mid. But judging by like how aggressive they're pushing Hill, it's gonna be us killing the Hill first. I am from nowhere particular. Things are stands up between school and attempting to find work. Not much. Drifting between ideas and creativity. Oh. Oh wait. So you're not? Are you just a random that just found my stream? Did you? How did you find this stream? I thought you said you were like from Philip, or was that somewhere else? I think Zircon was from the Discord channels. Philip AI Discord or the forums. Was that you or someone else? I think maybe it was someone else. Maybe I'm just crazy. Wow, they lost Hills so fast. Okay, well, we better take care of these guys. Ow. 907. Big threat. Get a lot of HP from these guys. Do lots of damage. Yeah, he's dead. Eliminated one. Why is this missing? Please don't miss. I'll just blind fire this real quick. 4-4. How is this guy being hit? I don't understand. Found you through Paladins. Oh yeah, must be. Yeah, my bad. Paladins? I haven't played Paladins in like ages, bro. You sure? Were you just tuning in for that one time I played Paladins? I was like trying it out with a friend. I was just like, ah, got Overwatch. I'm much more used to Overwatch, and this, yeah, doesn't like Overwatch feels nicer because I feel it's more polished. Oh, I'm getting hit on the hill now, so I got spotted. And hill is not spotting itself now, so. We miss. This tank isn't very accurate at long range, but if you do manage to hit somebody, it hurts a lot. You also have like high DPM, one of the highest in the game. But the accuracy at long range is craptacular. Oh god, we almost got hit by that T-34B. It's also got good spotting range, even though it can't deal with long ranges. I wonder if I can like go back here and start sniping. There's a small like ramp here. That was a long shot. Our team is losing. Okay. Yeah, there's lots of people coming over. Let's get this kill quickly. Oh my god! No! GG. It was unsafe. I made an unsafe play. I wanted the kill. I was greedy. I know, right? Like, well, that was lucky. And I'm lucky to have you. So, welcome to the stream. Respect. You know, there's like there's a follower of mine that has that he doesn't like that particular interaction, so I use it all the time on him. He finds it like exactly respect plus. He finds it cringy, so I use it all the time. Kapow. Yeah. So you finished high school, I'm guessing. Thinking maybe you want to like spend some time in the real world before, I don't know, higher education or work. Is that where you are? What's the last thing you finished in terms of school? Was it high school? Stand still between school. And attempting to find work, yeah. So I'm guessing high school, right? Are you high school or like uni? I mean, I was like uni, I didn't drop out, I finished it. Whoa, boxes! Crap. It's crap. They're giving me tier 1 stuff. I'm at tier 5 or 4 already. Crap. So I'm gonna have to do some crafting. Give me tier 4 stuff again. Okay. Craft the Christmas tree decorations. Everything else that's not tier 4 could go away. This could go away. Can't, oh, maybe not. Break. Let's see if I need these. Yeah, I got golden lions. So maybe one. I could keep one, I guess. I don't need these. No. Okay, I can craft a level 5. So, that's our panda snowman. Right, house and lights. We can replace the lights that go around because that's still tier 4. The posts are now tier 5. Yep, these are tier 5 now. So we can either get, because we're trying to go for the Chinese theme, but the thing is we have so many things here that are not Chinese but are tier 5, so we should just replace the tier 4 stuff. So, it's either we replace the lights, which are these things, or we replace this origami thing. So, I think the lights is more worth. I think lights. We will replace the lights, so we'll craft this. Square lanterns. So, yeah, it's just the lights that go around these things. So, craft. Yeah, finish high school. Time for some sweet microtransactions. It's not, well, it's loot boxes. Yeah. So I didn't pay a cent for these. So, or are you saying buy boxes as part of microtransactions? Is that what you're saying? What are those? Lights. We want this stuff. Okay, we have it. We have, ooh, it's pretty cool, Asian lanterns. Alright, so we're replacing this. So, we're at the final tier of awards. We got everything right up until here. We need to max out everything if we want the final thing. So, we only have like a week to do it. And honestly, it's not looking great. We have maxed out the... So this is basically our yard, right? The posts are these things. And then you got your house. 2018. Very Asian style. Obviously got the dragons coiling around the pillars and stuff. Man, wouldn't it be cool to have like a house like this for real? That'd be really nice. And then we've got the lights here. So you got the lights. Panda, well this is our snowman. It's a panda with like some sparklers. That's tier 5. And then this is our Christmas tree. Panda's over here. So you got the thing that goes on the top. You got like 3 kinds of baubles. You got like you got this thing. Oh wait, 4 kinds of baubles. 4 kinds of pendants. Yeah. So you got 4 kinds of pendants. You got streamers, and then you got like 2 items at the bottom. So right now, we're just, I think we're 1 away from, well, 1 away from maxing out, I think. Because we only need this to max out to tier 5. And then after that, we're going to try theming it. So we're going for the Asian theme. So everything up until like, the house, the snowman, everything. We just need to make all the items here Asian, so, and then we're good. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 things to make Asian. And then, yeah, bonuses. I mean, it's not necessary to make one theme to get the bonus, but if you get, like, all the same theme, you get this percentage here doubles, I think. And that gives you more experience, more credits, and more crew experience. So, yeah. So basically you get monies. Lots of in-game currency, basically. It is basically microtransactions though. Like, there's no other reason. Well, I guess you could play it free to play. You could free to play it all the way through, but some people don't have the time, so obviously there would microtransactions, loot boxes, just like how you saw there, and then try and do all that stuff without playing the game. And you can play the game to do that. I think I'm going to mountain. Yeah. So the strategy of this map is mediums go capture the central mountain, which is what we're doing now, and heavies go along 9-0, try to push through. Those are the 2 flanks. Maybe you get some people trying to go through A1, but A1 is practically controlled by this mountain. So, now. Spot. Is that like something we could shoot? Come on, it's all the way down there. No, it's like this angle is too steep. Angle's pretty steep. It's the best we could do. I don't think there's much of a presence on hill. I wonder if I should move forward or not, or just wait. I think I should just wait. See how it plays out a little more. Yeah, there is a lot to this game. Oh man, it's complicated. So first of all, like, not only do you have to, like, understand the basic mechanics of the game, but you also have to remember every single tank model, so you can remember their weak points and strong points if you're using them. I'll explain, like, as we go along, but feel free to ask questions. So, like, there is a stealth element to this game. Bushes will provide cover to your... Bushes will basically provide cover. And even though, like, I'm, like, right in front of them, they can't see me because of the bushes. So, and there's, like, a whole like, playstyle revolving around bushes and stuff. So right now we're sitting in a bush. If it's, like, transparent like this, if you fire, you'll basically lose the camo bonus of that bush. But if you fire through trees that are opaque like this, you still get the bonus even after firing. So when you fire your cannon, you lose your stealth bonus. And it's like hidden mechanics that generally you don't, that isn't explained, or at least explicitly given conversation, given information about. That's an artillery piece. Probably spotted. I'm gonna fight through a bush. Just take out this. So that's an artillery piece. I'm spotted now. Okay. So we want to take out that artillery piece. Artillery pieces basically can shoot the entire map without even moving. So they kind of go in the top-down kind of view, and they are able to shoot people from anywhere in the map, but they still need to account for flight time and an angle. So basically the trajectory and flight time. So you gotta lead your targets quite a bit. And is there anything here? What was things here? I thought there was a tank destroyer here. Okay. It's quite a bit to... is that guy like visible? No, can't see him. There's a tank destroyer around here. But I don't want to move until like south is secure. They're securing it now. Is that something I can shoot at? It is. Oh, here he is. He's hiding underneath the bridge. I don't know if I should go for him just yet, though. Oh, got him. I wasn't expecting to hit that. Spotted. Hopefully no one's gonna shoot us. They didn't gain control of the hill. That's why we won. We just pushed through. Man, like, artillery pieces are the worst. He's gonna die. Yeah. I wanted to take a shot at him because we weren't gonna get another one. So yeah, that light bulb that keeps showing up, that's our skill. It is a delayed alert to tell you if you've been spotted or not. It's called Sixth Sense. So it doesn't tell you immediately, but like after 2 seconds it goes off. So the enemy still has a chance to react to you. But you also get like a pretty neat alert saying, oh, you've been spotted, so please hide. It's generally medium tanks. Don't get spotted. Have your health for the rest of the game. Okay, so take this guy out. This guy's doing the smart thing, trying to get in between my allies and me. It's okay. I got 4 kills. That's okay. I mean, it's supposed to get a lot more with this tank. This tank can, like, has the potential to carry so many games because of its high fire rate and spotting range. Basically, fire rate. Survived. Boxes. Yeah, there's a bit more to that than just shoot tanks and win. But don't get me wrong, there are tanks like that. So, I mean, I could show you something real quick. So, basically the game is... the basic premise of the game is like shoot tanks and win, right? But it's a lot more complicated than that because it's a lot more complicated than that because like there's game mechanics that like block damage and basically if you don't penetrate you won't do damage. So let me show you something real quick. Let's see. Yep. All right. So So this is like a tank model that you see in game. If you do the live thing, I think is that live? Yeah, that's kind of live. Visual. I don't know if it's downloading again. Oh yeah, so the visual is it's downloading the model. So this is what the tank looks like in game, right? This is what the tank looks like in game, without shaders and stuff. So this is a Super Conqueror, right? It's a tier 10 British heavy tank. Apparently one of the best in the game right now. So yeah, but in the game, as far as bullets are concerned, this is what it actually looks like to a bullet, right? You can see here the red parts indicate like a lot of armor, yellow parts not so much, and this is the blue parts are basically spaced armor. So what is spaced armor? Spaced armor is like just panels of metal that sit on top of the hull. So to do damage to a tank, you need to penetrate the main body of it, and which is signified in the red and green colors, right? So an artillery piece can shoot from above, so they want to like penetrate the engine deck, the top of the turret. But for us tanks on the ground, usually the weak point is the Glacius, so shoot him in the dick, in the side, the butt, the side and back of the tank is usually the weakest point, and the dick, and underneath if you can get under there. So this is what, yeah. So not only that, right? You have to worry about angles as well. So if we do the live version, you can see how the armor changes. So from here, like it's really green, and the effective armor is like 100. But if you tilt it like this, you got something called effective armor, which is basically on an angle. The thickness practically doubles or triples according to how much you've angled it. So from here, like if you had a gun that could shoot, that had like 120 millimeters of penetration, you get through this pretty easily. But as soon as you like tilt it, like the effective armor changes. You can see it goes up to 155, right? So that 120 millimeter gun can no longer get in. And then you have ricochet angles, so that's when the bullet doesn't even bite into the armor and it just bounces off, right? So that's what ricochet is, and that's what that purple stuff is. So you can see here, like from this angle, you basically, if you shoot at the side, you're just gonna ricochet off. And if it's just red, it's just thick enough to absorb the bullet and just eat it. Yellow is like a 50% chance to go through. But if you shoot him in the dick, like, it's pretty easy to go through. The white plates are obviously your spaced armor. And so once you've got that mechanic down, you have to start thinking about ammo types. So there's like different ammo types as well, and they have different properties. On top of all this like geometry stuff with angles, right? So the simplest one is AP, right? AP is armor piercing, and it's basically bullet shaped, and it has a special property that allows it, that's called normalization. So basically normalization is basically when on impact it tilts its angle so it bites deeper or more straighter into the armor. So if I think normalization is about like 5 degrees of normalization. So if you hit this effective angle is 54, but it will basically add a normalizing angle to your effective angle, so it will become much steeper, and that's the advantage of AP, right? Because when you fire it, it has a chance to normalize. Well, it always normalizes, and it could improve your chances of penetrating the armor. So normalizing is bringing the angle closer to 90 degrees, which is like basically straight on flat to the armor. So in this case, it would add to the effective angle, which means it will bring it closer to 90. So if you had a normalizing, if you fired AP, it would normalize first to with 5 degrees, I think. 5 degrees of normalization. So it brings it to 61. It brings it to 61 effective angle, and 61 effective angle is like reduces basically your effective armor. Oh wait, so if this was 54, it reduced. So flat on is like 0, side on is like closer to 180, I think. Yeah, so 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees, this is 0 degrees. So if it was 54, it would basically take 5 off and bring it closer to 0. So it would bring it from 55 to 50, and so the effective armor at 50 would be, let's go get the armor right, like 160 instead of, you know. So that's AP, right? And then you got like ACPR, which is generally more penetration, but it doesn't normalize as much, and I think it has a higher chance to bounce. Yeah, it bounces. It has a higher chance to bounce because it doesn't normalize as much. And then you have special types of ammo like high explosive anti-tank. So HESH is like high explosive squash head. AP is armor piercing, and APDS or APCR is armor piercing discarding saber, which is like the different types of, which is another type of ammo, and they all have different properties and you use them in different situations. So HESH generally has low penetration, but it has a higher alpha damage because it's explosive. So if you can like penetrate, you basically want to fire this at a thin, flat piece of armor to maximize its damage. And then it also has like different properties, like it has basically damage bleed. So how high explosives work is that they explode on the impact, on the point of impact, and then like the shockwave goes through the armor, and then once it penetrates the main hull, it does damage, right? And so it basically loses its points of damage for every, I don't know, I think it's every centimeter or every millimeter it travels, it like shaves off the explosive damage that it does. So generally you don't want to fire at thick parts of the armor with high explosive. You want to get it on thin parts so that the damage bleed mostly goes through the armor, makes it through the armor, and does damage. In comparison to armor piercing and then armor piercing discarding saber, for the most part they're pretty much the same ammo, except one doesn't have normalization. APCR generally has more penetration, like a higher penetration potential in itself, so it doesn't really need normalization to help. But it is more prone to ricochets, which is just as good as absorbing the armor. So yeah, there's a lot to remember, but you just got to remember simple rules for each of them. Generally, you want to aim at weak spots. Generally, you want those weak spots to be flat and not as angled. And yeah, basically that's it. You gotta follow those general rules. And so, but if you memorize, or if you get familiar with the types of ammo, you can basically maximize your damage even more by firing special types of ammo in specific situations. There's more. I think there's a couple more that we don't see here. This is high explosive squash head, which is a special type of ammo that is specific to British vehicles. No other tree can get it, but for the most part, it functions like high explosive, but it has a higher penetration value because it's HESH. High explosives, HESH, and high explosive anti-tank basically function on the same principle. They explode on the point of contact, and the more distance they have to travel, and the more armor they have to go through, like armor and basically air or distance cuts off, like starts the damage cutoff or damage drop. So you don't want you don't want the explosion to happen in a place that is far away from the armor, far away from penetrating the armor, or like you don't want to fire it in a way that hits thick armor, because in this case, like distance to the armor and the thickness of the armor that has to penetrate will both contribute to damage drop off. So yeah, so things like spaced armor, which is what we see here, like the tracks count as space armor. These plates, some tanks get it, some tanks don't have spaced armor. Spaced armor is only good for blocking high explosive anti-tank, and high explosive squash head. So generally, it is a barrier to stop all those rounds from piercing through, because the high explosive rounds would basically explode on the surface of the spaced armor, and then it has to travel the distance to get to the main hull, and then penetrate that armor, and then whatever damage is left is applied. Yeah, so all of that. But if it was like a an armor piercing round, it pierces through the armor, and then I think like a small like percentage of the penetration potential is like cut off, and then it penetrates the second layer of armor. So armor piercing is more effective against spaced armor than high explosive rounds. So high explosive anti-tank and squash heads. So yeah, you only want to fire anti-tank or high explosive round. High explosive anti-tank is like a different type of high explosive. It is a high explosive round that has a high penetration potential, but the trick is firing it on the main hull without hitting any spaced armor, and that's why you have to try doing with high explosive anti-tank. You have to hit it. In this case, you have to hit it so that it doesn't hit the tracks, or the spaced armor, or the gun, anywhere that isn't flat sheets of metal that are above the main hull. Basically, you got to hit it there. But generally, it's pretty good for getting through frontal armor on different tanks. So yeah, there's a lot to this game. You got to understand the tank you're using, the tank you're firing at, and the rounds you're using, the angles that you're firing from, all of that stuff, and then finally incorporate it into your gameplay. You know, you got to have like an encyclopedic knowledge of the game most of the time. Yeah, so you're always thinking, can I penetrate him? Can he penetrate me? What is the best way to play these tanks? How does my tank have an advantage over other tanks? Generally, like, you want to play tanks that are basically strong in the meta, and they are strong in the meta for like several reasons, right? So this Super Conqueror is basically a new tank addition to the meta, and it is popular because if we do the effective armor values, like, it's got spaced armor like everywhere, and if it goes hull down, so hull down is basically like you have you can't see the body and only the turret is showing. it could stand up to most fire, right? So you can see here the front, the mantlet is like 400 at times. You also got to remember, like, these, you can't reliably hit the weak spots all the time. So I'm thinking, right, like this cheek usually is a weak spot, the cheeks, but it's got like a sheet of armor over it, as well as like pretty armored from the front. Got ricochet angles just because of the shape, and yeah, it's generally very strong. So this tank, and it also has like 10 degrees of gun depression, which means it can aim down 10 degrees, which is the best angle like depression you can get for in the game. So you can basically like fire down at people like this, right, as far as your gun will go, right? Like you aim down like this, and if you're on a hill, or if you're facing up a hill, like these angles are work even better in your favor, because if you're looking down, it's like 300 here, but if you're looking up at it, it's like 459, just because like the turret is like sloped. So yeah, all of that knowledge, right? I've been playing this game for a while. This is like, I've been coming back to it because it has Christmas specials. But yeah, like, generally you want to play tanks that have, that are special in some way. In this case, the Super Armored Conqueror has like really good angles and spaced armor. Yeah, there's different ammo types, right? So much of the game, I am impressed. This is some tactics. The overall engagement feels like a calculation for each engagement. That's exactly right, right? So the tank that I've been using is called the STB-1, which is a Japanese, it's a Japanese tank, medium tank, right? Show you the 3D model. So that's a collision. I'll show you the visual. So this is what I've been playing. It's a medium tank. Alright, so this is what it looks like. That's the STB-1. Generally, you can see that it's practically made of paper, like origami. But you can see here, like the front of this tank is fairly armored, as well as it's super sloped. But you can see the hull is like garbage. It's got like, I don't know, 47 thickness on the top, and then like, I don't know, 185 at the bottom. You can't really expect to absorb or deflect any shots with the STB, but the turret is what makes it super special, right? Because if we go to the live version, you can see here, like, it has very hard to hit weak spots. So generally, and it also has like 10 degrees of gun depression like this. So basically you want to play STBs on like hillsides, so you can look down on the enemy and shoot them. So this is the turret you'll basically be like looking at, right? If you hit it here, you have like a 50% chance of, not even 50% chance, right? You got like this small little triangle you have to try and hit, which is like, even at that point, it's like 200 millimeters, right? And it's a medium tank. It's not going to stand still for you. It's going to be like moving around. So you're going to be like going, whoa, 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 like, right? A good STB player would like move that tank around. So if you don't hit that triangle, you're either going to hit a mantlet, which is really sloped, and this is basically, the mantlet is like a shield basically, and it's basically spaced armor. You have to penetrate the shield before you can penetrate the main armor, and it's super sloped like this, so you're gonna have to hit somewhere under here. Basically that tiny little band is where you need to hit. If you don't hit that, you're gonna basically ricochet off the top like this, right? And then this is like the strongest part, and then if you miss that, you're going to ricochet off the side of it. So if it's facing you, you're not going to have much chance of penetrating it, because it has a decent amount of armor on the front of this turret. It's just the design of the turret is really good. And to the point where, like, yeah, you'll be hitting the strongest points at impossible angles. And it will just basically deflect your shots off the turret. And generally, with STBs, you want to play on top of hills like this, so you're looking down on people. And the other thing that makes it special is the stats, right? So, it's not the health, it's the view range is pretty impressive. Like 410 is pretty much maxing the view range already. If you add crew skills to that, it's going to improve your chances even more. The gun depression is like 10, so it's the best gun depression in the game. But this is what really makes it special. The DPM, which is damage per minute, which is 2,925, which is the amount of damage you can do in a minute if you did continuous fire. The reason why is because the reload time is really short, the rate of fire is really high, the aim time is, I don't know, average, and the damage is decent. But the point is you can pull off a lot of shots and do a lot of continuous damage, all at the same time while deflecting all the incoming shots that are coming against you. Yeah, so that's what makes this tank special. You want to play the ridge lines and just like shoot. Basically trade 2 shots for 1, right? So if they shoot you once, you shoot them twice because you have the DPM to do it. So it's a high damage tank. That's generally hard to contest against if you're on a hill, and it has excellent view range. The only downside is that it's not accurate at long ranges, which is why you see me complain quite a bit when that happens. And so we won this game here. I didn't really do that much. I should be getting like 3,000 per game with this tank because of the potential that it has. I mean, it has high potential to like carry a game. But generally, you gotta wait for the reticule to aim in all the time because it's not that accurate at long ranges. Which is why you see me complain heaps when it happens. I'm taking really long shots and it just doesn't connect. But at medium ranges, on a hill, oh man, you can't fight back against this thing. The only issue is that if they see your hull, you're kind of done for. So make sure this is well hidden. The hull is made of paper. Anything will go through it. So yeah. So yeah, all of that stuff. Think about all of that stuff when you're playing water tanks. It's actually easier than it sounds because once you learn it, you kind of build general habits to do, and you kind of take chances. Right, so this is Serene Coast. I want to go left up the 1 line. Up here, this is generally where mediums fight, and the best thing about it is that this is a hillside. So we will generally have the advantage, generally. Yeah, exactly. Except, you know, it's different. Well, except you don't really build characters, right? In this game, you play tanks and get the tanks you want, and then each tank has its own playstyle. So I am not sure I want to keep going up this way because there's no support. And there are 2 artillery pieces. There's no support, like, want to retreat. And we got hit by artillery. guard retreating. Well, it's because we're out in the open and hitting us from the side as we're trying to run away. I hope we don't die. Ow. See, alright, so the misplay is that we should have recognized that no one was going down that flank. And we shouldn't have advanced up as far as we did. Now we get punished so hard for doing that. Now, this is... See, long range, we don't get anything. We don't get anything playing long range. Oh man, it looks like they're coming up the center. I don't know how to help. Like, well, they stole my health. Gotta remember though, like, even a damaged tank has a fully working gun. The damaged tank will still do as much damage as a full health tank. So just gotta keep that in mind. Stay alive, keep your gun alive. Play safe. Alright, this entire flank is collapsing. No, that's awesome. It's really good. I really like it when our flank collapses. I'm gonna die here. Everyone's gonna die here. We have 2 heavy tanks, and probably the medium tanks are pushing in soon. There's no... This flank is in full collapse. They're pushing up en masse right there on the 3 line. Just gotta run. There's no holding this anymore. They took out our tank destroyers. There was no medium tanks to kind of stem the... Alright, I'm gonna die. Like, there's no... Yeah. There's no, like... See, I don't understand how a team can melt so quickly without getting any casualties. Some things of water tanks are just really out of your control. Just can't do anything about it. This game is over. It's nothing. Well, I don't know how to play that better. The way I play that better is look at the map and see if people are going down there before I actually start going down there. I haven't played Super Conqueror. Yep, STB1 dead. Sad days. Man, World of Tanks is sort of like your MOBA in the sense that you can't build classes. You can only play like classes of a particular type, and then they evolve into the next form after you reach a certain amount of experience. And yeah. So you can't build, you can't go in with a build. You can only work towards the form you want, like the evolution you want. So you do your research beforehand before you start working on the tank line. poke tank. What do you mean by poke tank? Oh yeah, the heavies are usually your poke tanks. So I mean, you can poke with mediums as well. But hopefully, I get to show you several like ricochets. Hopefully, I can show you ricochets and like bounces. Or bounces, which is ricochets. Hopefully I can show you bounces and blocks with this tank. It's got really good armor. So we're hiding behind the Super Conqueror because across the lake is a bunch of... It's where the enemy team is, and it is really unfortunate if you cross this open area and you just start taking fire. Yeah. And there's no artillery, which means we can stand out in the open and breathe the summer blue sky. Okay, so this is going to be my last game. I do have to close up shop and wake up early tomorrow. But I will be in the morning. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. I really do want morning streams to happen again. So, did we lose a guy? We lost a STB-1. Great. So with this tank, we want to play the hills. So we got armor on our turret. Hold down is really powerful in this tank. It's just the speed isn't so great, so don't get caught out in the open. So we can play this ridge line right here. Ooh, yeah, they hit the top of our armor. We bounced it, if you saw that. Wow. They're hitting me in the Glacius. They're hitting me in the Glacius. So that's how that round went through. Hit the track. I'll have to load the high penetration rounds. Whoa, what is this guy doing? What the hell? Is he trying to climb up? If he is, I'll just shoot him. What is he doing? Is he coming around? So I bounced it off the side. Miss. Oh. This tank destroyer is really ballsy because this tank destroyer doesn't. Oh, they're auto-loaded from the side. We bounced. Okay. Oh shit. Wow. Couldn't penetrate the front. We shot him in the dick. Okay, we're dead. Yeah. Got flanked and overrun. We blocked 2.3 thousand damage though. And that's kind of how you want to play. Well, that's how you want to play with a Super Conqueror. But we got run over. There was too many tanks to deal with. That guy missed. This guy's dead, right? Yep. Oh, it's just that they had more guys, and we are pushing on 2 other flanks. Especially this flank. Right? They're doing a good push here. They're already at the base, so they can just cap it and then win. The thing is, they're like really chicken right now. You should advance forward when that guy fires. It's a really big gun, to be sure. Oh, come on! Yeah. Alright, just cap, guys, cap. Just cap, guys, just cap. No, don't be greedy. Just cap, please. I think we're winning, right? We just had to hold this area as long as we could. But they all moved forward. So there's nothing much we could do there. Just cap. Just cap, dude. Just cap. Like, why? Oh my god, they left. They left the circle. This guy left the circle. Well, I think they're winning anyway. They're gonna kill, like... Generally, killing is more profitable than capping, but if they throw this game away because they didn't cap... Okay. I think they're gonna win. Yeah, win. Yeah, well, you could have just capped and won, but they just wanted to kill everybody because they want more money. So they were in it for the money. Alright, I'll have one more. I think I will put camo on this thing. You can paint it with camo. You can paint it with camo, and it does help your. It does make you harder to spot, so it is worth buying. Oh, just need to bounce more. I don't know how it got through. That's the thing. I don't know how it got through my. So there are other like mechanics as well. Like if you shoot the wheel, that generally locks people into place. So if you damage their tracks, you can shoot them in the way that it penetrates their hull as well. So you can shoot the tracks off and do damage. And if you do that, you kind of lock them into place. They can't move until their tracks regenerate. That's a tracking shot. So it's really nice when they're coming around the corner and only their wheel comes around the corner, and then you just shoot it and they can't move, and you just keep shooting this area and they can't move and they just die. And they can't shoot back at you because like imagine if the wall was like here and only this bit was showing. It's amazing. Especially good if you have an auto loader. Okay, so Super Conqueror has an accurate gun, good frontal armor. Usually you want to play it on hills. In this case, actually we have a lot of team going into the mid. So maybe we should go into the mid. I don't want to hold city by myself. bridge here. So the middle section, oh yeah, and the final thing is knowledge of the maps. So you got to know where the hills are, where the buildings are, where, like, what positions can shoot what other positions, where the dangerous spots are. So it's also knowledge of the maps as well. It looks dangerous to go out. I think I'll just side scrape off this building. That guy's pushing up. I'll push up with him. So the other thing you can do is like what I call the Spartan. So what you do is you can basically push wrecks in front of you and they act like cover. So you can literally like push wrecks into dangerous spots and advance by pushing wrecks. Like slowly like so. And eventually you'll advance to the point where you can put this wreck in a nice place. So this is what we call the Spartan. You basically have this shield in front of you as you push the wrecks of other tanks into position. Ah, I missed. Thing is, it really makes you a big target for artillery because they can see like a wreck traveling across the map. But if you have no other cover, you can use dead tanks as cover. At this rate, they're advancing around the side. How to deal with that? So we have the middle, but they have the city. I'm afraid that North is gonna come around and just screw us in the butt. So we're gonna like bunker up here, support our guys on the northern front. South is also a problem as well. If they flank around and start hitting us, it's no good. Gotta deal with the north first. I think we won north. I haven't done a thing in this game. I mean, there's a tank destroyer over there, the people pushing in. These guys are dead. Right? I'm not gonna do anything going over there. I think the city, like the guys in the city haven't got the guts to push up. They should have pushed all the way to cap. But they're just staying in city. So time to turn towards the city. Yeah, it does seem varied with the terrain. They do shake it up a lot. You do have really open maps, sometimes you have like city maps. There's different types. So sometimes they're close quarters like cities. Other times it's like in the desert where you have just open maps. Generally open maps are fun for... Oh shit. Generally open maps are fun for faster tanks. Man, I can't believe we're bouncing off him. Oh, this is what I'm talking about, right? You shoot the wheel and he's dead. I couldn't penetrate him, like, where was I supposed to hit him? I need to study that tank. And see, that's where like tank knowledge comes into play. I really need to study where the weak spots are. That's like a new tank line that I'm not familiar with. think he's escaping into the side streets. Yeah. Can't get over there because of the... There's no bridge right here. Oh, he's pushing forward. Yep, he's dead. I didn't do anything this match. Yeah, it's generally because people don't coordinate, so it's everyone in it for themselves. So pushing only works when you push together. If you push one at a time, well, you're just gonna die. You know? Play one more, because that was a crap game. Didn't do anything. I mean, at the start of the game, it doesn't really encourage you to be daring and be aggressive, because like artillery kind of locks you into place. If you're the first one spotted, you're the first one artillery is going to start shooting at. Just a bad feeling. And then like, because of artillery, you don't want to go out because you'll just get damaged. It just makes you feel bad all around. But yeah, like city maps like these are generally bad for artillery. So yeah, it's a slow, gradual push. Usually most of the pushing is done by flanking mediums, if they can break through. Let's see if I can push up this way. That's a long sniping corridor. Generally, corridors are death in this game. Generally. I think here's a good spot. There's a neat light tank on this. Oh, it's going down. Tortoise. Can't really see. Ow. If I hit. He hit us in the track. Yep, that's a bounce, as you can see. He's advancing up there. I didn't think we had enough penetration to go through the Glacius. BKB is like really strong. This guy's getting hit from the side. It's pretty bad. Help this guy out. Oh, he's dead. Okay. Got hit by artillery and all sorts of things. We've got to start backing off. Being flanked. Got coverage. This guy's attacking, you know. We aren't in a good spot. So 140 over here. Chinese tank is over there. 140 is down. Could shoot through the windows, actually. But let's advance. Come on, man, let me have a shot. Oh, let's go ahead and take that. We kill him. Yeah. We took some damage, but best to get a kill. Secure the kill. Take cover behind this guy. There's a convoy over here. There's a grill behind us. Shit, okay. There's a bat chat. There's an invisible bat chat on the other end. Flanking around. I lost so much health. Needs to get shot over here. We bounced it. Also getting flanked over here. Okay. Whoops. Shit. Oh, that's a Jag Tiger. That hurt. It really hurt. Shit, we're getting hit from all sides. I'm just not getting the game that I want. I thought that was a good place to advance. Getting hit from all sides. Can your tank be disabled by shots? Yes. So sometimes in the game you get there are two ways. If the shell hits a module, or if the shell hits like a crew member. So generally, if your commander is killed or injured, your view range goes down, so your detection range shrinks, and you can't see as far as if you had a commander. So that's an example. Loader will affect your load times, so how fast you reload. Driver will be how fast you can drive around and turn. And gunner, it will affect how accurate your shots will be. If your modules get damaged in the same fashion, it pretty much works the same way, except so if someone shoots your track off, you can't move until it regenerates. That's just how it is. You can get damaged in the engine. If your engine goes down, it'll go red, and when it regenerates, it'll regenerate to like a damaged state. So in that damaged state, you will drive slower. Your fuel tanks can be damaged. If your fuel tanks go down, you'll get set on fire, and you'll take like burning damage over time until you put it out. You can get shot in the gun. If your gun is damaged, it can like go totally offline, which means you can't shoot. If it goes yellow, your gun is inaccurate. And then you have vision slits. If your vision slits go down, you're blind. If it's damaged, it doesn't really affect anything if it's damaged. So yes, people can disable your tank in many ways. Usually it's through penetration shots, and they have like a chance to do damage to a module. So yeah, it really depends where you hit. Generally, the easiest one to damage is tracks, because you want to like lock tanks in place and you want them to die. So, but if you're lucky, you'll hit a crew member, or an engine, or a fuel tank. Some tanks have really bad positioning of fuel tanks and stuff, and they'll get set on fire by being shot in the front. It just happens, right? So yes, you can disable a tank in many ways. The easiest way is to shoot them in the track, so they stop moving. That's usually the easiest way. Yeah, it's really deep, bro. It's super deep. I don't know how you feel about paladins, but give a lot of tanks a go if you're into that kind of thing. But be warned, it's like it's hard. It's hard to get into because the grinding the grinding is very painful. The research tree is mostly filled with filler tanks that will be kind of terrible. They'll just feel horrible to play. Yeah. But other than that, once you reach the stage where you get the tanks you want, it's pretty enjoyable. And then of course you can sink money into it, which means you don't I have to spend so much time grinding through terrible tanks. Yeah, grind is pretty bad. But at the at lower tiers, it's pretty easy. Even if the tank is bad, because everyone at low tiers is bad, right? Everyone at low tiers is bad, so you can usually get away with the most stupidest stuff in low tiers. And even though they're filler tanks, like generally you can get away with a lot of stuff. But in high tiers, like once you start hitting tier 8, 9 and 10, you gotta have a good tank. But generally, like every tank follows the rules, right? The laws, the mechanics of the game. So generally you could do well in any tank, but some tanks are just terrible to play. It's just terrible to play. And we're being hit by artillery, so I don't think I'd advance on this front very much. I just want to be artillery safe, so I'm gonna like turn around and go back around the mountain. So yeah, the grind is pretty bad, but just to give you an idea, within 2 weeks you'll be at tier 6. It's pretty easy to get to tier 6. Tier 6 you get into like I think like tier 6 you'll get to in a week. 3 weeks in. Second week you'll be at like tier 8. I think it takes about a fortnight of playing a solid tank line to get to tier 8. And then tier 10 will take you a month. Just like just straight up a month. He's firing high explosive. Fuck. Wow. My god, this has got so much armor. Can't penetrate him. Just unlucky generally with these shots. Yeah, and there's RNG. RNG happens in this game quite a bit. Ooh, hit him in the face. Oh, that's a Jack Tiger. I'm not getting hit by that. I think our Ridge is doing fine actually. Guy died. I think we're generally winning the ridge, so we'll advance up. And it's safe to go. We'll push behind this really super heavy tank. Grind is pretty bad, like, but it's manageable. There are gems of tank at every tier, so you can make it enjoyable. Just like play your favorite tanks while you have 1 or 2 games and like a terrible one. I'm gonna do this. Ow. He's got an autoloader, so we do have to respect him. Jesus. Can we just go, please? Oh my god, please drive. Way too much damage, not enough damage. Wow, where did that come from? Why is it that we attract the big guns? I don't understand. Everything else, everyone's just firing at us. Yeah, the grind is pretty bad. It is very. The game is very persuasive in getting you to use. But here's the thing, right? Like you do like the secret to everything is like doing missions, right? They will provide you generally with some bonuses and missions, and they will give you like these things called personal reserves, and these personal reserves basically like give you bonuses that will last like say 2 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours, free experience. So they'll give you like bonuses. For example, this one is like free experience will give you double for 1 hour. This one will give you 50% more for 2 hours, and generally they have like free missions like that where you can earn some. So in this case it is Christmas, so you have a whole bunch of them to finish. They have events that go on as well, so play in particular, tap vehicles, tech trees, complete missions, and receive rewards. So in this one, you can get these tokens, I believe, and if you get 10, you get a free tank. You get the M22 Locust, which is a premium tank, and you get a garage space. So they provide plenty of bonuses for you to try and get, and basically get like either money or experience. They can research the tanks you want. Yeah, so they do give, even though like the grind is pretty hard, they do give you bonuses to offset that grind. So, and then it's up to you to earn the credits and stuff. So yeah, they're pretty generous with that stuff. It's like, oh, we will give you a buff that will last 2 hours, and in these 2 hours you will earn like 50% more credits or 200% more experience and so on. Yeah, so there's that. So what's up, Limpy Squirt? How you doing? This will be my last game. I've been searching for a good game with the Conqueror, Super Conqueror, but we do have to shut down stream, so yeah, one more game and then we'll shut down stream. So I don't know, it's a good game, it's pretty deep, I recommend it, but it's gonna take a little bit of time investment to get the good stuff. But if you do your research, you can get like the good stuff early. And if you're smart about it, you don't have to spend as much time as... You know, it's a work in progress. It's like any other MMO. You put time into it, you get what you put into it, right? I'm not doing so good with this Super Conqueror. Wish we were better at it. Two artillery pieces. I'm not happy about that. I guess the plan is to move up to the rock. Hopefully that'll be enough. But most of it is actually quite historical with the tanks that do exist. So the T-44 is a real tank, the T-10 is a real tank, Emil is a real tank. I think Super Conqueror is definitely a real tank. It's all historic. Well, wow. They got the hill, no way I'm pushing up there now. Just play defensive. Oh. E-75 is a very armored tank. And we got hit by HE. That's high explosive. He's doing the dance. He's hitting us with high explosive. See, he's probably hitting us on the top of our tank. Somewhere very, very thin. He's doing damage that way. See the weak spots up there. Ooh, we got that. We snuck that one in. So another weak spot is the cupola, which is the commander's hatch on top of every turret. So that is also a weak spot. It's a very low shot, low chance shot that we got there. So he's trying to dance out. Oh, we missed. Ooh, miss. Well, we absorbed it. We blocked it. Wow, we've been hit in the back. Oh, Jesus. Autoloaders. Shit! Ah, can't do anything now. In a really bad spot. We're being crushed by both sides. do anything. Yeah. What can you do? There's nothing you can do. We were just holding. They had the hill. We can't push forward. And then they came around the side and we lost the side. And they just all pushed on us. Can't do anything about it. Yeah, right. Why is artillery so bad? Because artillery requires no skill to play. It's just genuinely unfair. Because imagine a thing that can just drop bombs on you and you have no way of fighting back. And artillery changes everything, right? The whole point of World of Tanks to me is doing the whole dueling thing, which is taking advantage of your thick armor, trying to score bounces off your opponent, so the rounds just bounce off. And in that moment, you want to counterattack with your own shot and do damage to them. It's this whole dance of like parrying, basically parrying shots, parrying damage whilst countering with your own damage, right? And that's what World of Tanks is about to me. Doing that dance of either evading, blocking, or bouncing shots. And artillery just doesn't follow any of that, right? They don't require any skill to use, and they ruin that whole dynamic. Because imagine you're like dueling really hard versus a tank of an equal tank, like pretty much the same tank as you, and you're like dueling really hard, and you're using all of your skill and knowledge to win that duel, right? Artillery comes, and let's just say you're about to win, but then artillery comes and just craps a bomb on you, and at times it just insta-kills you for no good reason. And then like that whole dynamic of you like outplaying your opponent, that whole dynamic is ruined because of this thing, this monstrous thing that just ruins the game. Yeah, so that's basically it. Artillery is, yeah, a bastard, right? So I don't know. Artillery ruins that entire dynamic, right? It just ruins everything. And this is a case of an open map. It's pretty open. I don't know which side we're going. We'll go on the side with the most tanks. I mean, we could do well on 9-0. We can also do well on 1. So, but we're pretty slow moving. And we generally want to be RD safe. So I wonder where the team is going. It's a good hard look at the team. Seems like most of them are going to the 1 line. Most of them are going to the 1 line. 3 of them are going, 4 of them are going right. 2 are going east. Looks like the game is going to be played on the eastern flank. So we'll go there. Yeah, that's why everybody in this game hates artillery. I wish they'd just remove artillery from the game. See, for no reason, that guy lost 28% of his health. For no reason. That's artillery. You just lose health for no reason. Artillery makes me salty. Just because it's terrible. Well, this guy's getting, maybe gonna get overrun. I'll just support him from back here. Move back, dude! So I can help. Got hit by artillery. Where to go. Yeah, see, these guys are getting hit by artillery. And artillery also stuns your crew, so your crew temporarily get disabled from the blast. Yeah, this is where the fight is happening. Not where the place we want to be. I think we're just going to back off a little bit and snipe. Just move behind this mound at least and support from the back. These guys are not doing that great. It feels like we're about to be overrun. The health pool is super low. And I haven't done any damage. Just, point of damage. Where did he hit us? Not in the glaciers. I don't know where he hit us. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh god, we're being overrun. That's GG. GG already. Our heavy tanks are gone. It's just us. And we're dead. Wow. We're taking hits from all sides. Alright. That's just too upsetting. Too upsetting. Alright, I'm gonna sleep now. Thank you so much for watching. Oh my god. It ended on a high low note. That's World of Tanks. It's just, when you feel horrible, just gotta stop playing. The only way to win is not to play. Alright, I will see you tomorrow morning. I will do my best to get up for morning stream, so I hope to see you then. If you haven't, I'm going to do my obligatory outro, which is basically encouraging you to follow. Consider yourself aggressively accosted to hit that follow button. It really helped me out, support this crazy dream of mine, playing video games for a living. So do like, follow, and subscribe if you like what I do, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Yeah. So anyway, if you want to stick around and watch someone else, I will find someone for you. Give me a sec. Let's see. Who else is on today? Alright, well, we're going to pass it off to I guess we're going to pass it off to Vampira, Z Vampira. she even on right now? Doesn't seem like she's on. Oh, she's on. Okay, so we're gonna pass it off to Z Vampiro. She's playing Overwatch at the moment, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. And I had a good old time. Oh, hug you, right? Okay. Where is? Does it give, please? Yeah, there you go, buddy. I will see you guys next time. See ya. Just playing Fortnite right now. See ya.